Hello, Jenny Hall here for Trinity Stamps. Today I'm sharing a sneak peek from the Brightside release. This is a new release that will be available on July 31st, 2020. The stamp set that I'm going to give you a sneak peek is called Bunny Burrow, and they are just some of the cutest little images. I'm going to start out by placing a circle stencil over a card base. This is an A2 card base which measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 once it has been scored and folded. I'll be placing that stencil right over it and just make this a 1-layer card. Really easy. I'm using a Trinity blending buddy brush and some inks from Ink on 3. These are very vibrant inks, and they do very well for ink blending. The look that I would like to give this little circle area is green pasture with a very bright haze of sunshine. I'm going to try to accomplish that by starting off with some yellow area at the top with a very light coat of yellow, and then I'll use the green goddess or goddess green from Ink on 3 with my green blending buddy brush, and I'm going to work in layers and start with a light coat of green and just kind of work it around all around that circle stencil. I'm not sure if you can see it very easily, but there are some etched laser marks on the stencil that show you exactly where you can line it up on your card, and that way you can completely center this circle. Isn't that cool? It works so perfectly. Once all of the ink has been applied to the card base, then I first used some water droplets to pick up a little bit of color, and then took the green Ink on 3 on a clear block and just did some little ink splatters. Here are the fun images from Bunny Burrow. I've already pre-stamped and die cut them onto watercolor paper. The ink that I used was Ink on 3's Blackout ink. That's a hybrid ink, and it is safe for alcohol markers as well as watercoloring. It's a 2-in-1 stamp pad, and it works really great. Ink on 3 products are available in the Trinity store. So if you haven't tried these inks and you'd like to give them a go, then check out the links in the video description. It'll take you to the Trinity shop, and you can see what inks are available. To do the watercoloring today, I'm using a water brush and some watercolors from Magello. These are the Mission Gold watercolors. They are about 32 in this palette, I think. And this is my favorite watercolor palette. It has very vibrant colors, and all colors are pretty much represented. There are still a lot of colors from Magello out there that are not in this palette, but I can mix them easily and come up with any other colors that I need. I'm going to color in these animals with a little bit of a whimsical look. If you notice that the illustrator is the same as a lot of the other character stamps that are carried by Trinity Stamps, they have a very sweet and whimsical look. There's another stamp set called Mouse House that is from Trinity Stamps, and this set coordinates perfectly, so be on the lookout for lots of collaboration between Mouse House and Bunny Burrow. That they just will go together perfectly. I'm just giving some color, sometimes a base color, and then going back with a little bit of darker pigment in order to get a little bit of a contoured look. And this is just so much fun. These little images are darling. I wanted to share with you that, in case you didn't know, Trinity Stamps has the capacity to be purchased in many different countries. You can pick up your favorite Trinity Stamps products in Australia as well as Europe. So if you're an overseas stamper and you don't want to pay for the shipping from the United States to your home country, then check out some of the vendors and retailers that carry the products from Trinity Stamps. There's a bunch of little floral images in this stamp set, and I'm giving them all just a very quick little go over with some watercoloring. And there's a firefly. I'm not allowed to show you the entire stamp set because it is sneak peek week, and you'll get to see lots of fun things this week. If you go over to Facebook to the Trinity Stamps Imagination and Conversation Facebook group, then there's a ton of sneak peeks there. All you have to do is click to join the group, and then you'll be able to see lots of things there. And stick to our YouTube channel, and you will be able to find a new video with a sneak peek each day this week. I'm using a white gel pen now to go in and add some highlights and some of the little spots that would be easier to add back in instead of avoiding while I was coloring. Sometimes I find it easier to just go over a small area that is supposed to be polka dotted, and then I can go back and add those dots in so much easier. The same thing with the eyeballs on the little inchworm. This stamp set that I'm using, Bunny Burrow, does not have a sentiment, but I do have a sentiment from a stamp set called Summertime Sentiments, and so I just placed this in my mini MISTI and added the sentiment in, and now I'm going to build everything around the sentiment. Because the rabbit had her arms outstretched, then it occurred to me that maybe I could make these images look like they're holding hands and that they're maybe, all coming together for a little group hug. So I placed them with some double-sided foam tape, added a little bit of the other objects around them, and there's still more objects that I'm not sharing with you in Bunny Burrow, so you will still get to be surprised. Now I'm going to add some of finishing touches with the jellyfish jewels, and I have them spread out in my tidy tray from Trinity, which is perfect because it has a little spout. That way I can funnel all of these embellishment pieces right back into the little container that they come in. And here it is. This is your sneak peek for Bunny Burrow. I hope that you're going to enjoy all of the sneaks this week on the Bright Side release, and you'll join us on Friday for some fun inspiration from the creative team. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.